In what is assuredly going to be one of the biggest indie releases, not just of the year, but probably of all time, Slay the Spire II carefully builds on its predecessor to deliver one of the most polished early access experiences I've ever had. There are some caveats to this. There's still a lot of placeholder art, which probably feels intentional given how popular the beta art was for the original game. There's no true ending to the game yet. Some of the music feels a little subdued, stuff like that. And some of the characters feel a little easier to play than others, but I'd caution folks who are claiming one to be better than another right out of the gate. For example, I think the complexity of a character like the Regent might just be something that takes a little time in comparison to the classic Ironclad, which is just more straightforward and of course familiar to those of us who have spent time with the original game. But what is there feels really fleshed out in a way that allows me to recommend the experience even in early access. Characters from the original have been reworked and changed for tons of fun and new exciting little additions that completely change the experience. And there are 2 new characters that are super interesting and fun to use. My initial hot take is that the Regent is the character I'm most drawn to right out of the gate. He requires a unique balance of 2 different energy drains and has a lot of systems that require patience and timing. It's really my jam. Part of what makes Slay the Spire II feel so good is that the animations and art design are really phenomenal compared to the first game. Everything feels more alive and full of life. The one exception to this is that enemies can be pretty hit or miss when it comes to sound design, which is one of my favorite things about the first game. It seems like there's a lot of room for them to make additions on that front. The UI is going to be familiar to everyone who played the original, but even if you didn't, it's one of the best examples of strong user experiences in video games. Everything you need is carefully laid out on the screen, and you can hover over items and cards to get further explanations for what they do. Where Slay the Spire II really shines is its combat. There's a ton of depth here, with every character providing a completely unique playstyle and owning a variety of strong win conditions. For example, the Necrobinder has a wonderfully animated companion in a skeletal hand named Osti that primarily serves as a major defensive tool, though it also has a variety of ways to build a runaround offensively. The options for what's available feel never ending. It's immediately the kind of thing that allows you to conjure up ideas and strategies even when you're not playing. It's worth noting that because Slay the Spire II is out in early access, we won't actually be scoring it. But we will leave it with a recommend, even in its pre-official release condition. If you like deck builders, roguelites, or both, give this one a try. It even has a fun multiplayer mode that allows you to tackle full runs as a group, and I'm shocked by how good it felt. Consequently, Slay the Spire II really feels like it's pushing what made the original so wonderful to completely new heights.